Good morning everyone and welcome back to our channel. Today we are taking you from Ubud to the Gili Islands, so come along.
So we had to wake up at about 5:30 this morning. They ask you to be in about an hour early for the ferry. So we've got a bit of a drive and a bit of an early wake-up call this morning. So we are about to hop in our taxi to get from Ubud to Padang Bay. And then from there we'll hop on a ferry to get to the Gili Islands.
Alright, so we made it to Padang Bay. I think that's how you say it. That's the port that we're actually going from. We had an option to go back to Sanur Port or to go to this one. Sanur Port was actually closer, only by like 15-20 minutes from Ubud, but that one is way more crowded, and the ferry to Gili Air, which we're going to, would be like over 5 hours long, and from Padang Bay it's only like just over 2 hours. So I'd rather drive a little bit more to have like a substantially less lengthy ferry, so that's what we're doing. We already checked in. They always give you these little keychains to like have around your neck so they know where their customers are, so they know who to put on the right boat. So that was really easy. I'm really happy with this company that we're going with so far. They're called the Golden Queen. We've read some good reviews. So really happy. They said that they usually leave on time, so fingers crossed. But we found a coffee shop, we ordered some food, we got some lattes, because I don't know why we keep doing this to ourselves. We always have a really early morning travel day where we aren't able to get coffee until we get to a certain point, so this is much needed.
Okay, so we've made it to the port area. We had to pay a quick harbor tax. There's only 10,000 rupiah each. Looks quite busy here, so I mean we don't see a Golden Queen boat, so I don't know, everything's very just kind of thrown together and random, it seems like, with the ferries, so we're just hoping our boat shows up soon.
Alright, so we just made it on the boat, and it should be about a 2-hour journey until Gili Air. The only stop off we have is at Gili T, and I think most people on this boat are headed there. So I think the boat ride from Gili T to Gili Air is going to be quite small.
Yeah, seats are super comfortable, so I think it's going to be a pretty decent ride.
This boat is very full.
Okay, so the entire boat was sold, so every seat in the main bottom area was completely taken. And then all of a sudden they opened the back door and just like the back third of the boat just like stood up and walked outside. So that was kind of crazy. Like our row was completely full. Literally every seat in the boat was taken. Now it's like completely empty back here. It's kind of sweet. We have so much space now. So anyways, it was just very strange. They literally one click of the door and everyone was just like as fast as they could got up. So I have no idea whether like the top is the better way to go or the bottom is the better way to go. But honestly, like it's there's some airflow in here. Like I don't know, Rob and I are kind of content just sitting in here. So I don't know, we'll see how this ride goes. Okay, so we docked in Gili T. There's a bunch of people getting off. So I think we'll just have a little bit of a wait here before we head out for Gili Air. The majority of the people on this boat are getting off. I think it's going to be like either a really empty ride to Gili Air or it's going to be like really full with people who get on. So I don't know.
Okay, so we made it to Gili Air. A lot of people actually got on the last stop. I think they're going all the way back to Bali, which would be such a long ferry ride. But anyways, we just put our accommodation in Google Maps, and it looks like it's about a 17-minute walk. I'm already so impressed with Gili Air. It's absolutely stunning. But I can't wait to drop off these bags.
Okay, so we have found our place that we're staying for the next couple of days. It looks really awesome. There's a nice little pool, so that'll definitely be checked out.
Yeah.
We walked from the port to our place. It was about 17, 18 minutes walk.
It was on the opposite side of the island.
And we walked the entire island. So that was pretty sweet. So there's no cars on Gili Air, which is really cool actually. So it's all bicycle and horse carriage.
Yeah.
Lots of people say to not take the horse carriage just because some people may not think it's the most ethical option out there. Yeah. And honestly, Robin and I don't mind walking, especially if it's only 20 minutes or so. So I think we'll probably walk quite a bit and maybe take the odd bicycle or two.
Yeah, there's lots of places to rent bicycles around here. So that would also be a really cool way to see the island.
Yeah. Yeah, so we've kind of sat down at a nice little restaurant near our place. We're gonna have some food and kind of regroup. It's really hot out again today, so
hot.
We've got some cold beverages here, and I think we're just gonna enjoy our lunch. And
we're waiting for our room to be ready before we can check in.
Yeah.
Alright, so swimming was a success, and we were pretty productive with the rest of our afternoon. Plus, it felt nice to kind of just lounge for a little bit. But anyways, since we're on an island and it literally takes 20 minutes to walk from one side to the other, we're going to see if we can find the best spot for sunset.
Okay, so we've walked along the beach a little ways, and we found a little place to sit down and enjoy the rest of the sunset.
Yeah, now we're on the west side of the island. We're actually staying on the east side, so it's not as good for sunsets. So, I mean, it was a really short walk here. We walked all along the beach. There's tons of like beach clubs, restaurants, all of that.
Yeah, so I think we're gonna just set up the time lapse here and enjoy the sunset and then get some supper.
Okay, so that sunset was gorgeous. I actually think it's set behind some other island or mountain because the sun kind of split into a V.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was still gorgeous. There was lots of people watching the sunset with us, which was really nice. But now Graham and I are getting quite hungry, so we're going to head to a restaurant. Okay, so Graham and I have gone to a restaurant called Poor Mommy. There are so many Italian restaurants here on Gili Air. So as we were walking to our accommodation, we just got a craving that we really wanted Italian food tonight. We've been having so much local food. We just want something to change it up just a little bit. So when I started looking at the places, it's all like very expensive, like 100,000 rupiah or more. It's a little bit more than what we wanted to pay. And then I found this place which had really good reviews. They serve both local food and homemade pasta. So Graham got the beef ravioli and I got the spinach ravioli, and I am so excited to try it. And it was only 50,000 rupiah instead of 100,000, so I call it a win.
Okay, so our camera died right before we started our walk back. We got some ice cream, and as we went to film us grabbing the ice cream, our camera died. So sorry you missed that. Anyways, we are back. Our walk back was a bit interesting. Google Maps, like, somehow got erased off my phone, so we used Apple Maps, and made absolutely no sense. Took us down like a bunch of dark back roads through a field that had like some cows in it. Anyways, it was a very strange walk back.
Alright, so that brings our travel day to a close here to Gili Island. Honestly, I was a little bit nervous for the ferries. I'm not sure why my TikTok right before we left was giving me all these horror stories of the fast boats to get here. I mean, it was definitely rocky. Like, the fast boats are small, so you do feel the waves quite a bit. But I didn't think it was that bad. And the company that we went with, what was it called?
Golden Queen.
Golden Queen? I would highly recommend, honestly. Like, they left, I think we were like maybe half an hour to 40 minutes-ish late, but like that's not even bad in comparison to the other ones.
Yeah, seriously.
And the staff were really helpful and it was very efficient. So if you're coming to the Gili Islands or even if you're going to Nusa Penida, look for the Golden Queen.
Other than that, that's where we're going to leave it for tonight. I think Robin and I are both pretty exhausted. It was in a bit of an early morning again. So I think we're just going to hang out, maybe watch the show, and get a nice, good sleep.
So we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.
Hey there, Robin and Graham from the future here. We know Black Friday just happened, but there's an awesome deal over on FareDrop happening right now until December 4th.
If you don't know what FareDrop is a company owned and started by the YouTubers Kara and Nate, and they have two different plans you can do. One that is free, that gets you access to both international and domestic economy flight deals, and then they have their Pro plan, which is the plan that Graham and I have, that gets you access to domestic and international economy flights, just like the other one, but also business class flights, which is crazy. It is so good. It is usually $99 for the year, but it is on sale for half off, so it is only $49.
So not only do you get just the discounted price on the FareDrop Pro plan, you also get a few different items. So you get one of their free airport t-shirts, which are very cool. If you haven't seen them, check them out. You get a free Lonely Planet ebook to a destination of your choosing. Robin and I personally, we chose South America. And finally, you also get a free $50 hotel credit through Cherry. So many great, amazing perks with buying this pro deal right now.
You also get entered into their Maldives giveaway, which is valued at $15,000. So honestly, guys, do not miss this deal. We do have an affiliate link with them that we will put down below. So if you're thinking of doing it anyways, we would really appreciate it if you used our affiliate link so that we got a little bit from it as well. But honestly, Graham and I have had this pro plan for 2 years now, and it has saved us so much money.
So worth it. Okay, back to our regular scheduled bloops.
This is well needed.
This is much well needed.
Yikes. Swimming was a success. Okay, restart that, please.
Whoa.
Whew, my arm.